Let's try it. Take 3 flower pots of the same size. Keep one pot empty. Fill the second pot with water after closing the hole at the bottom, and third pot will be with soil. Put a few seeds in all of them. You may use acero, peas, gram, fenugreek, beet, green gram, coriander seeds, etc. Keep all the 3 pots in the sun and water the empty pot and the soil filled pot for 4 to 5 days. Observe and answer the following. What happened to the seeds put in the empty pot and filled with water? What happened to the seeds put in the pot filled with soil? What you learn from this? Okay, so do this at your home. Geographical explanation. An important component of the living world on the earth is plants. For the production and growth of plants, soil is indispensable to provide support to plants. Vegetation is abundant in the regions that have fertile soils, example the equatorial regions. However, in the areas where the soils are not fertile, vegetation is scanty, etc. Example in deserts, and where there is a shortage of soil, vegetation is uh, seen seen. Example in the polar areas. Though favorable climate, availability of abundant water and sunlight are necessary for the growth of a plant, these alone are not sufficient. Fertile soils favor plant growth. Okay. When man realized that sowing of seeds in the soil leads to the growth of plants and yard crops, he started using soil as a resource. Gradually, he realized that the fertile soils along the river beds give higher yields. Hence, he settled in the valleys and started living there in groups. This led to the rise of ancient river valley civilizations, example the Indus civilization. For the growing population, man started producing greater amount of food crops. He realized that crop production and prosperity in agriculture mainly depends on the fertility fertility of soil and optimum availability of water. Hence, there emerged competition among people to discover fertile lands and settle there later. Okay, there later. For for getting richer harvests, he made efforts to increase the fertility of soils. In the process, in the process, in the process, use of different fertilizers became a practice which led to record agriculture production. Fruit crops, fruits and flowers are produced according to the type of soils. Food crops like jawar and bajra are produced in the Ragur soils of Maharashtra. Plateau wild soils in Konkan, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka region produce rice. In the Madhya Pradesh, potato is cultivated in regions where the soils are well drained. The local agriculture produce determines the staple diet of the people. The regions where soils are not arable need to fulfill their food requirements through import. For example, countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, etc. fulfill their requirements by importing food from China, India, and the USA. The regions where soils are fertile can be self-reliant as far as the food production is concerned. As far as the food production is concerned, hence human settlements get concentrated in such areas. Agro-based industries flourish in these areas at a later date. For example, sugar factories develop in the sugarcane producing areas, food processing industries develop in the areas of fruit production, etc. These regions later showing the signs of development. Now they have shown a map, so we have to solve this map. So I am telling what do you have to do on this. Observe the map given in figure 7.2 and answer the following questions. Which soil occupies most of the area in Maharashtra? So this also you have to do. In which areas are laterite soils found? Which soil is found in the river valleys of Maharashtra? Which soil is found in the parts of the Siluri ranges? In which region is alluvial soil found? Geography explanation. You have studied the major soil types of Maharashtra on the basis of the soil's color, texture, formation process, thickness of layers, etc. We can divide the state soils into 5 major types. First one is coarse soil. The soil type is a result of weathering and low rainfall. This soil can be found in the hilltops of the western part of the plateau, example Ajanta, Balaghat and Madheo hills. The proportion of humus is negligible in this soil. Regular or black soil. Okay. It is found in areas of medium rainfall in the valleys and alluvial plains of river basins. Two types of this soil are found. Dark black soil is found in the western part of Deccan Plateau, while medium black soil is found in the eastern part eastern part Vidarbha. Though it is black in color, proportion of organic components is less in the soil. Laterite soil. This is the laterite soil, red in color. This type of soil is found in the coastal belt of Konkan to the west of the Siluri and in the east of Vidarbha. In areas of very heavy rainfall, the eroded rocks get washed away in large quantity. As a result, the parent rock lies bare open. The iron in the rock reacts with the oxygen in the air and causes chemical reactions This gives the reddish orange color to the soil which is thus formed. Alluvial soil of the coastal strip. Here they have shown alluvial soil. Alluvial soil in the coastal strip. Sorry, not if it is of the coastal. Majority of the rivers flowing in the Konkan region are short and flow with great speed. Therefore, the alluvium brought by them get deposited at the mouth of the rivers. This soil is found at the mouth of the rivers in the western coastal strip. Example, the areas around Panvel, Huron Coast, Dharmatar Creek, etc. Yellow brown soil. Yellow brown soil. These soils are found in areas of extreme rainfall. They are not very fertile, therefore they are not very useful used for agriculture. They are mainly found in Chandrapur, eastern part of the Bhandara and parts of Saidari mountains. Now let us try this. Make two small heaps of soil. Make two small heaps of soil on one of them, so on any other fast growing seeds. Keep watering that heap for 4 to 9 days. After the sapling surface, water both the heaps with watering can observe. See figure 7.3. Note for teachers. Start this activity 10 days before teaching this lesson so that the saplings grow a little. Okay. Soil erosion and degradation. Soil erosion and degradation. A layer of soil, top layer of soil, gets removed due to the wind or water. This means that the soil gets eroded. Running water, climate and diversity in physical geography are reasons of soil erosion. The soil quality may get lower due to certain reasons. This is called degradation of soil. To obtain a higher agriculture yield, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, weedicides, etc. are used. The excessive spraying of chemicals and use of chemical fertilizers leads to soil degradation. Excessive irrigation draws the salts from the soil upwards and makes the soil saline and then unproductive. Due to excessive use of chemicals, their residues remain in the soils for many years. They become a threat to the existence of microorganisms in the soils. It leads to lowering of humus content in the soil and plants do not get micronutrients. If the pH of the soil thus gets distributed, it is a sign of soil degradation. Do you know geographic indication GI? The full form, the short form GI, geographic indication. Certain soils are best suited for certain crops, hence the crop production of that crop becomes the specialty of that area. Such crops are given the status of geographical indication (GI). For example, Hapus mango of Sindhugurj, custard apple from Beed district, the oranges of Nagpur, etc.